love prediction can love, or it can accelerate it and actually help you find the love that you're looking for sooner. It all has to you actually use your love prediction the right way. It starts with understanding this one cosmic truth. I'm Amber Blase, and when I discovered how to use an ancient astrology method to predict the best timing for love, I saw that we all have different cycles. Times when the light is green and you're very likely to meet someone and fall deeply in love, and other times when the light is green, even if you fall deeply in love, and other times relationship. Other times when I was just watching a film from 1938 and other times Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn called Bringing Up Baby, and in it Cary Grant plays a scientist, and he is going to be getting married the next day. So he's all set to get married, but then he meets Katharine Hepburn. And this creates a lot of problems for him because he's got his date, he's gonna get married, but it's clear to us from the start that he needs to be with Katharine Hepburn, that they're going to fall in love, and that's his true match. If you haven't seen Bringing Up Baby, I'm not gonna tell you what happens, but let me just say that he had to learn to let go of his conception of who he was meant to be with, because things were not aligning in the way that he had planned. And this trope of someone falling deeply in love with the wrong person and holding on to it anyway is something we see in this trope of someone who's meant to. And this leads to what I call the green light trap. It's the single most dangerous time in your love life, and it's when your astrology is actually perfect for manifesting love. And this is the secret that flips everything on its head. The real power of a prediction isn't in following it blindly, it's in using it to become hyper aware of the moment you're about to ignore your intuition. Think about it. Cary Grant had a prediction, he had a plan, he was getting married tomorrow, but that was his green light, but his intuition was screaming that Katharine Hepburn was the real connection, right? When you have a prediction that doesn't fit because the person you are with isn't the right one for you, then it's like trying to use magic to force an outcome that doesn't really belong. But true manifestation is a state of receptivity. It's using that prediction's energy to be more open, more careful, and more courageous in following the real-time signals you're getting, even when they contradict the plan you have in your head. Because I've seen over and over again the real-time signals you're getting, even when can actually be the most dangerous. And this sounds really strange because we would think the red light periods are the real-time signals you're getting, even when, and yes, that's true, but the green light periods have their courageous problems. Now, the reason why green light periods might be so dangerous is probably obvious. The thing is, there's someone else involved. It's not just you with your great time to make a connection. It's your timing cycle and your partner's timing cycle. Now, if you fall deeply in love with someone whose timing cycle is not in a great place like yours, then that can create lots of problems. The problem is the prediction is actually hacking your intuition. It's telling you that, hey, the astrology is great, my astrology is great, so of course everything's gonna turn out fantastic. And so when different red flags come up, it can be very difficult for people to realize, hey, my astrology might be great, but that doesn't mean I can stay with this person that's showing me all these signs that they're not a good option. Unfortunately, that's not what most of us do, because we've so bought into the idea that this prediction should work, and so it becomes not that it's your choice that was the wrong choice, but the prediction was wrong. When all along I look deep into the astrology and I see the person that fell in love very deeply, had a green light to get into a relationship, but they've chose someone who had a red light. That's not on them. That's your decision to stick with that person. And that decision to stick with a toxic person, it triggers a dangerous spiral. You stop trusting yourself, start to question if the prediction is even true. When it's not that the prediction wasn't true, it's that the prediction to stick with that person on the wrong person. So essentially, when you have
when it's
a
not the
prediction
prediction
given to you,
stick
it's
with
a person
like
that was
receiving
this little package that's telling you, okay, this is the
Even
plan
true.
for
When
your
it's not
life,
the prediction
X,
to
Y,
stick
Z,
with that.
given to
But
you. It's
we
like
still have
it's
to be
like
very in
receiving
touch
this
with
little
our
package
intuition.
to make sure that we
Even true.
are
When it's not the
going to
prediction
be
to stick with that.
using our time wisely. As you know, we're always hearing about using our time wisely in life in general. The same is true with a prediction. You can take that prediction, but then you have to make sure that you're dating enough people so that you actually are going to find someone that's a fit for you. But unfortunately, what I find is that many people, they know that it's a good time to meet someone, and so the very first person that like really hits them the right way, they'll go with that. That
Even though
really
there's
hits
a
them
ton
the right
of
way.
red flags.
So that's how prediction can hack your desire and like really
override
hits them
your
the right
real
way.
intuition.
Now, the other way that a prediction cannot work out the way that you had hoped is by a negative manifestation loop. And that's where you're still holding on to ideas about what you don't want. And I hear this a lot from clients when they come in and they're telling me all about the things that have happened with their dating lives what they don't want to have manifested except that they're so focused on it. I don't hear much about what it is that they do want. There's a lot of just dwelling on what they don't want. And I was talking earlier about people holding on to negative relationships, difficult relationships. This negative manifestation loop is part of what makes that actually happen, because it's like your mind is so focused on the negative that you start to think, well, okay, I kind of knew this would happen. And so it actually, in this weird way, allows people to just keep on going along, even with really difficult relationships that aren't serving them, because it's proving to them that negative manifestation loop. So after all this, it's easy to blame the prediction, but here's the truth I had to realize. It's not that your best timelines are failing, it's that your energy is repelling them. And so once again, that good period of time for meeting someone new doesn't get to be used to your full advantage, because a prediction's just a map that shows you the most fertile ground to plant a seed and the right time to plant. But without water, that seed isn't going to grow, right? So even if it's planted in the best soil at the right time of year, if you attach to a person that is like a well that is dried up, then it's going to take a lot of honesty to recognize that the well is dry. The prediction did its job. The real work is making sure you're ready to receive the love it points to. And the good news is this is completely within your power to manifest.